For years, Ben Shephard has been one of the most uplifting figures on British television. Whether on Tipping Point, GMB, or This Morning, he's been the presenter who laughs easily, comforts guests with genuine warmth, and always brings a gentle steadiness to the screen. So when Ben suddenly stepped away from hosting duties for what ITV described only as personal reasons, his loyal viewers immediately grew concerned. At first, fans assumed it was a minor illness or a well-deserved break, but behind the scenes, something far more serious was unfolding, something that would shake the Shephard family to the core. It began quietly, in ways that were easy to dismiss. Ben had been dealing with persistent headaches, waves of dizziness, and moments where he struggled to concentrate. As a dedicated professional, he pushed through, assuming it was just exhaustion from juggling filming schedules, charity commitments, and family life. But one evening, everything changed. While sitting at the dinner table with Annie and their sons Jack and Sam, Ben suddenly lost the ability to see clearly. His vision blurred, and within seconds, the room around him began to tilt. Annie, alarmed, rushed to his side as Ben clutched the table, dizzy and disoriented. He tried to speak, but the words came out slow and slurred. Annie immediately called emergency services. Ben was rushed to hospital, where tests revealed the truth. He had suffered a transient ischemic attack, often called a mini-stroke. Though temporary, it was a critical warning sign that something deeper was wrong. Doctors explained that Ben had several small blood clots forming due to an underlying vascular condition that had gone undetected. For Annie, the news landed like a physical blow. While Ben was undergoing scans, she sat alone in the hospital corridor, shaking, praying, hoping for answers. Medical staff later said they'd rarely seen someone so visibly distressed. For Annie, the fear was overwhelming. It felt like everything stopped, a close family friend revealed. She couldn't imagine a world where Ben wasn't okay. Ben remained in hospital for several days. He underwent a full neurological assessment, MRI scans, and exhaustive blood work. The good news, the stroke had not caused lasting damage. The terrifying news, he was at high risk of experiencing a more severe one if immediate action wasn't taken. Doctors put together a strict treatment and lifestyle plan. Ben would need daily medication, regular monitoring, significant adjustments to his physical activity, and perhaps hardest of all, a temporary but extended break from his beloved television work. When Ben finally returned home, Annie became his full-time anchor. She reorganized her work schedule, prepared his meals according to the strict diet recommended by his medical team, and set up reminders for every pill, every appointment, every walk they needed to take together. Those close to the family said Annie became a warrior overnight, refusing to take her eyes off Ben for even a moment. She held his hand through his follow-up appointments and comforted him when he grew frustrated with fatigue and memory lapses, common after a mini-stroke. But it wasn't just Annie who stepped up. Ben's sons transformed from typical teenagers into quiet protectors. Jack took responsibility for making sure the house stayed calm and stress-free. Sam spent evenings watching football with Ben, keeping him company during the long weeks when he wasn't allowed to return to work. Their love, quiet and steadfast, became one of the most healing forces in Ben's recovery. ITV colleagues were also deeply affected. During an emotional moment, Kate Garraway reportedly told producers she couldn't bear the thought of losing Ben, while Susanna Reid sent daily voice messages offering support. Even off-camera, friends said Ben was overwhelmed by the care he received from co-workers who had become family. As weeks passed, Ben slowly regained his strength. His speech returned fully. His vision stabilized, and the dizzy spells grew less frequent. Doctors are optimistic but cautious. While Ben is expected to make a strong recovery, they emphasize that he must take life slower from now on. And perhaps for the first time in years, he's listening. During a quiet moment with Annie, Ben shared that the experience had changed him forever. He said, "I didn't realize how fragile life can be. I always thought I had time, but this has made me see everything differently." Today, Ben is focusing on what matters most: his health, his family, and the simple moments that once slipped by unnoticed. No work schedule, no television obligation, no deadline will ever come before that again. This is not just a story about a medical emergency. It's about realization. It's about love, fierce, protective, unwavering. And it's about the power of having someone who refuses to let go when life takes an unexpected turn. Thank you so much for watching. If this emotional story touched your heart, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And today, let's send our love, support, and strength to Ben, Annie, Jack, and Sam as they continue their healing journey, together, stronger than ever.